Hey, Pastor. Greg Surratt here. Let me ask you a question. Do you ever feel less than adequate? I do, especially on Sundays when I'm speaking. Sometimes I wonder, this sounded good in my brain, but I don't know where I'm going right now. You ever been there? Or I feel inadequate on Mondays when I'm tired, or on Tuesdays when I'm expected to lead meetings that sometimes feel like they're over my head or over my ability. I ask myself why, because I talk to a lot of guys that feel the same way. And sometimes it's because of our comparison to others. That's the big deal. We often compare ourselves to other leaders who seem more successful or gifted. That's the ones that we see out there. We don't see the ones that seem less than us. We see the ones that seem more than us, and we don't add up. How do you overcome that? Here's how I do it. I focus on my unique calling and my strengths, remembering that every ministry is different. There's nobody quite like me, okay? And there's nobody quite like you. Sometimes we feel inadequate because of unrealistic expectations. We place pressure on ourselves to meet impossible standards, and that's why I say to pastors all the time, if you're not meeting expectations, lower them and then get over them and celebrate them. But set realistic goals, healthy boundaries, and trust that progress matters more than perfection. And here's a third thing. We feel inadequate because we feel unqualified. Have you ever been there? I don't have enough education. I don't have the ability. I've never been here before. I've never done this, or don't have the kind of background. And you know what? That's when we've got to rely on God's strength, remembering that most often God uses our weaknesses for his purpose even more than our strengths. See, Jeremiah the prophet felt inadequate. When he's called by God, he says, I don't know how to speak. I'm too young. Nobody will listen. But you know what? God used him anyway, powerfully. No matter how many doubts that we have, God promises this. Listen to me. I chose you for this, and I will never fail you. God's got this, and so do you. And I want to say one more thing. I'm in your corner. If you enjoy these short encouragements, subscribe to our channel, leave a comment, like it or share it. But until next time, you have a blessed and happy Sunday.